Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Atlas. In this episode we're going to be talking about the AMC movie theater stock, and we're going to be doing a little bit of comparing between AMC and Robinhood for what happened over the course of the day and some really interesting things that people are talking about within the community as a whole on this stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. You guys don't want to go anywhere. You want to check this out. And if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe. I talk a lot about AMC. I also talk about cryptocurrencies, and I would love to have you guys be a part of the community. Feel free to hit the thumbs up like button. It definitely helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research, and I highly encourage you guys to go do your own research as well. Taking a look at the charts here, we can actually see that AMC dropped below $30 on the daily, which sucks. You know, I'm a big supporter of this, guys. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's really going on that just doesn't make a lot of sense. And with where we're at right now, this is now a third day of formation on the trend pattern below a significant level of support that was established previously here around the $35.42 range. Now that it's dropped down below this red zone, there is potential for it to have a further drop, potentially down all the way to the $20 range, guys. And I don't want to see that take place, but that might be where we end up moving towards next. Now, is that actually legitimate or not? Personally, if you want my opinion, I don't think so. Volume is still very low. It's at 79.78 million. The average volume is, according to this, 71.58 million. Previously, we were seeing it in ranges of an average of 150 million. So this is down over 10%, which does activate that SSR. So we have 11.22% down, whereas Robinhood closed out the day up 50.33%. After everything that happened at the beginning of this year, you're telling me that this stock closed out up 50.33%. I'm not buying it, and for a variety of reasons on things. We're going to be showing you some more information that just seems really, really, really fishy to me, guys. I mean, at one point, this thing went all the way up to $85. So pushing on the brink, trying to go towards that like 80%, almost 100% increase. Just absolutely ridiculous. Totally out of nowhere, this thing just flying right on up. So for AMC, according to the Stonko tracker, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this just to double check. So we got 300,000 shares available to borrow, 3.4 million that's still for the ETFs in that range. And then as far as options contracts go, there's now almost 250,000 options contracts that are out of the money. That is absolutely insane. And that's for expiration on this Friday. So there's a lot of opportunity for option contracts. If those things start to move, then we're going to see some crazy, crazy stuff go on there. Then if you take a look at the dark pool, it's at 64%, slightly down, but still about 6 out of every 10 trades, guys, is taking place on the dark pool. Now, this is one of the things that I wanted to point out that just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm going to go ahead and move my webcam over here now so you guys can see a little bit better. Look at Robinhood. Let's go ahead and refresh it so we got the most accurate information for the day. Robinhood is on the positive, up for the day, and it's up quite substantially. It showed it at 48.95%, right? For the number of buy orders, 32,229. Number of sell orders, 26,875. Almost a break even right there, right? Look at AMC. Number of buy orders, 16,791. Number of sell orders, 6,418. So this is another instance where yet again, there's more buy orders than there are sell orders, yet AMC is down. And now, yeah, you could argue and say like, hey, a buy order of 1 isn't going to have as much of an impact as a sell order of 1,000 or something, right? But we're seeing a lot of other metrics. It's just not signifying that that is really adding up and that's taking place. One of the things that's being suggested is that what is likely taking place is that we're going and trying to buy AMC shares, and it's not going through the New York Stock Exchange. Instead, it's going to the brokers, like, for example, Citadel, where they have the access through Citadel Connect to be able to mediate that money into other places, such as the dark pool. And so the price doesn't get impacted very much. And then for things like Robinhood, they could say, oh, yeah, let's just have all the actual purchases really go through to the New York Stock Exchange. No real need to deal with anything on the dark pool there, right? And then that just causes the price to absolutely skyrocket. So a lot of suppression seems to be taking place. Something that was really offensive, I saw this and it got my blood boiling. If you guys remember in the earlier part of the year with Robinhood, you could not buy any more of GME or AMC. Like, they froze the stuff, right? But they allowed you to sell it. So they had a disclaimer that they put in their app today, because with the price of Robinhood going up so much, there are market halting that takes place. So on all the other exchanges, they freeze everything. They're like, whoa, hold on, this thing is moving really fast. We got to be careful with it. You wait a couple minutes and then they allow it to move again. Same thing if it drops a ton in a short time frame going down, okay? So this thing went up and all the other markets decided to freeze it, but Robinhood was like, oh yeah, we're not going to follow the rules. We're not going to do what you're really supposed to be doing and do these market halts. We're going to let Robinhood keep going up. So their own stock, they allowed it to just keep going up regardless. They didn't follow protocol, and they even put a disclaimer letting everyone know that they're doing that. Lo and behold, when they decided that they wanted to freeze GameStop and AMC and stuff when they went up, and they didn't even let you buy it, like, period, basically, they're saying, oh yeah, we're going to let you do it with Robinhood stock. You can go ahead and buy that one. That one's okay. The other ones, no, we're not. We're going to pick and choose what you're allowed to do. Friendly reminder, funny how a company like Robinhood announces they will restrict users flipping the stock, but their board members, including their CEO, sold a ton of their stock during that actual launch. Many sold over 20% of their holdings. Seriously, if you haven't already, GTFO out of that broker. It's just getting me more and more annoyed with this stuff. Somebody mentioned that they tried to buy the dip routed directly through the NASDAQ and got a partial order fill, followed by a 4-minute delay, then a cancel for the other 100 shares. Schwab just confirmed not enough shares on the direct market available. Schwab just confirmed that there were not enough shares available on the direct market for me to buy 200. What does that mean? Why did it cancel after 4 minutes instead of waiting the rest of the day? I asked for an email with the explanation. She is going to send it, and I'll update this post. I just couldn't wait. Update, phone records is best I got for now. She took over 20 minutes after verifying who I was to get an answer, got bored and hung up. She called me back, thanked her for the info and hung up. I freaked out and called back and asked for that in writing. Update 2, back office has to draft outbound correspondence. Might take a minute or might not happen. Waiting. There are notes in the account saying the rep is trying. Apparently, this comes from a good source. Wife's boyfriend works there. Okay? So he's scrolling down through this. We go take a look at the comments here. And this person responded saying, the initial poster, she said that if I had just used schwab.com that it would have gone through. I used the direct routing through their Street Smart Edge app on PC. So what that's basically saying is right down here. I think this is another further good elaboration. Few Masterpiece is saying, for anyone using Charles Schwab, I'm not going to give them a burn wrap, but when you try to sign up for direct access, the disclaimer spends more time trying to discourage you. Most people won't understand all the mumbo jumbo. I need a lawyer. Then you have to download another software, and all you really need is a checkbox that says do not reroute F the hedgies, right? So basically they're trying to go straight to the exchange, and it looks like because you're trying to go straight to the exchange, all of a sudden now it's like, oh, there's not enough shares for you to be able to buy straight off the exchange. So if you wanted to be able to access the shares, you'd have to go through Charles Schwab. So this is an indication that more than likely, guys, there's more shares that everyone's owning than what actually exists. It's just another symbol of that. Now, something you really want to keep an eye on, guys, keep an eye on a date. And I know a lot of the other YouTubers, they say, oh, we're not doing dates, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but look, there's some data that's really relevant right now. It's not saying that it's going to have anything happen, but if there was a big potential of something, then it would more than likely be around these dates. So let's keep an eye on it and see how it goes. This is going to start on August 8th. This is for the failure to delivers. These people need to pay off their debts. This needs to be executed upon. And this has never been seen before with this stock. This is millions, guys. Millions and millions and millions. Look at that. 2.3, 4 million, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 4.4. I mean, it's a ton. We're talking about a lot of money. And that could cause a huge squeeze. And if you look at the Volkswagen squeeze, huge dip. Price dropped a ton before it just totally went parabolic. And a lot of people have been theorizing that what's going on with Robinhood is one of two things. Either retail or could potentially be both, I guess. So retail investors are being a part of that action just so they can make the profit and then use the profits, go ahead and dump the stock, and then move their money over into AMC and then help with that rally further. The other perspective is that hedge funds like Citadel are essentially allowing the pumping of Robinhood to move up so that they have more funds themselves, and then they can use those funds to further extend out their positions and shorting and holding their shorts for that of AMC so that they can essentially keep kicking the can down the road, making people impatient, playing with people's emotions, like that whole thing. We know that they want to play with their emotions. That's their game. That's how they work, literally. So another thing is about Trey's trades. Something that was interesting that came up, in case you guys didn't know, is that apparently he got an email from Robinhood, and they were trying to make it to where he wouldn't, like, hey, don't tell anybody about this kind of a thing. He's like, screw that. I'm just going to tell people. I'm going to show them. And so, yeah, they're trying to, I guess, essentially work with YouTubers, and they're playing that game, man. It's making me more and more upset. Hey, SEC, do you see how the inflow is way lower than the outflow? Explain to me how it's possible. A stock shoots up 60% on those numbers. AMC higher buying than selling equals red. AMC lower buying than selling equals red. So it doesn't matter if we have more buying or if we have more selling. Either way, for AMC, it just keeps coming up in the red. But you got Robinhood, and it's up 55%, right? Look at this. Inflow is lower than the outflow quite substantially for Robinhood. This is talking about Robinhood. You got mediums. So for large, there's more outflow. For medium, there's more outflow. And for small, it's just barely behind. It's behind by 1. So this substantiates very strongly that more people are selling Robinhood than they are buying. Yet it's up 55%. It doesn't make any sense, guys. So I'm going to go and wrap up the video there, okay? I got referral links for cryptocurrency and for stock in the description if you guys want to use it. I'm going to remove my Robinhood referral link. I'm just getting too fed up with this stuff. I still use Webull. If you guys want to avoid the payment for order flow stuff, you can go do the stuff with Fidelity. I don't have a link for that. I don't even know if they do referral things for that or not. But, you know, it's free stocks and free crypto. You guys are awesome, and feel free to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, like button. You know, share the video if you want. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about this, and I will see you guys in the next episode.